Epic marathon in Game 2 of this series that featured a grand finish for the Florida Gators. Now we set our sights on a rubber game. The Florida Gators and the Arkansas Razorbacks top 15 showdown. What do we have in store on this Sunday? Here from KSP, that's two-time All-American Alicia Ocasio. I'm Kyle Crook, so glad that you can join us here to swing. We showed you in the open, out to right field. Walk-off grand slam. 3-2 is pounded to a drawn-in Williams. Bobbles, no play. It's been an issue for the Gators this year. That's going to be most likely their 33rd.
Corby Otis, who hits that yaya to right field. It was a nail-biter for sure.
Popped up. Does Cahalan have room? She does, right in front of the Gator dugout. And the big questions here.
Her shoulder dirty, got her barrel around it, and pieced it up to that side of the field.
So even with the runner on with one out, that'll bring in the red-hot Ella McDowell.
Arkansas to strike first.
Payoff is popped up lazily. Williams a long run. The call. She's got it basket style. Johnson tags from second to third. Is in head first. Heads up play from Reagan Johnson. Down on the doorstep, so that's the second out of the inning. But if you don't get it, then Johnson comes in to score. Wyckoff lines this fair down the right field line to the corner. That'll bring in two as Johnson and Ellis score. Two-run double for Kaylee Wyckoff with two gone in the first. And the Razorbacks have the response from yesterday, up 2-zip.
And Wyckoff understanding the assignment here, taking this pitch left over the heart of the plate to right field in a gap where Shoemaker isn't. Really good job by Wyckoff, only having one hit on the weekend and coming up clutch in this first inning.
Yeah, it was one of her last 8 in this series. Consecutive series win. 3-1 is ripped in the air, pretty deep left field. Otis on her horse has got it. Working on to that warning track, inning over. But not before the Razorbacks strike back with 2 outs in the first. Allowed 5 earned runs yesterday. And there's a 5-pitch walk. Falby, always a threat to take off, has stolen 31 of 33 this year. Believe what was going on and how the runner got awarded first base. She'll take off first pitch. That's bobbled, make it stolen base, 32. As she continues to climb up the all-time charts. This gets past the catcher and Wyckoff. Heading down to third is Falby down to the doorstep.
A really good heads-up play by Falby. In the catching position this weekend. You saw her in right field the previous 2 games.
First 4 out to Taylor Shoemaker. Yeah, Kennedy Miller is not in the starting lineup. She had caught the first 2 games of this series in 21 and 22. Looking to get to their first World Series under Courtney Deifel. Runner takes off first and third play. Ball's dropped again by Wyckoff. That'll be an easy stolen bag. 17 of 17 now. First 2. That's a 4-pitch walk. Oh, now how about this? Corby Otis comes up with the bases loaded. Two-1. Otis pops this up off of third. That's a huge out for Harrison. McDowell makes the catch, and there's one away. Takes away a little bit of the drama in the inning. 0-2, that's laced, left center field, grand slam! 6th career grand slam for Reagan Walsh, and a big right hook in the first. The Gators loving the grand slam nowadays. Back-to-back games and back-to-back innings going back to yesterday with a granny.
What a huge swing by Reagan Walsh up in the zone. Just turns and burns on it. 2 hits on the series and 2 home runs for Reagan Walsh to put the Gators up, punching back from that. Those are Berline's runners who scored, so it will go towards her stat line.
Cahalan walks now, that on 4 pitches. Second 4-pitch walk of the inning. Has done all year. They responded, took a 3-run lead, and then it was Williams who blasted a 3-run shot to left in the 4th inning to tie the game. Well out in front on that changeup. Williams goes down on strikes.
One that's pretty close. I wouldn't doubt that we see here and again just to make sure that the Gators don't score again.
Well, a changeup is popped up, caught by McDowell, and the inning is over. Back-to-back lead off. Seeing the start, just 5 of 12 on the year. Hoist this in the air to right. Taylor Shoemaker was pretty deep. One pitch for the first out in the Hogs' second. Performer, native of the state of Arkansas, just a freshman. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 3 pitches for out number 2.
Just the revolutions are so great. It almost have to decide whether you think it's going to move or not.
Carly Davison, who started that whole review bonanza yesterday, pops out to Kendra Fulton. Ejected. Florida baseball coach Kevin O'Sullivan got ejected as well across the street. First time those two have been ejected on the same day. Holtorf whips this to center field, but playable. Looking up into that fierce sun is Reagan Johnson. I guess you're more locked in though. 2-2, whack to shallow left center. Johnson playing shallow, has a lot of speed. That track star speed we highlighted on a Friday night. The most home runs in a season. He's 5 away from tying the record set by Brittany Schutte. A 1-2 is swung through for strike 3 as Harrison goes up the ladder. Shoemaker goes down on
a multitude of different pitches throughout the zone.
Chops this on the ground, a second bound. Holtorf not in time. And as soon as that second bounce occurs, there's no way you're getting right.
Off third, trying to.
Kramer whacks this to right center field. Shoemaker, a long run on the dive, makes the catch. Laying it all out. And you can see why. Nobody wants to pitch to her.
Exactly. She will be leading. She's tied with Kramer at the moment with 31, but now 32 leading the team solely.
2 of the best power hitters in Arkansas. Smokes this into the gap, left center field, and that'll go all the way to the wall. Johnson around third will score. Ellis stops at third. McDowell comes through, makes the Gators pay for the intentional walk to Ellis. An RBI double. It's 4-3 Gators.
Better pitches, and McDowell just takes this pitch belt high, drives it to left center field. I mean, walking Ellis to McDowell definitely hurt the Gators. Closing that gap to now 1 run. Gators leading 4-3.
That's now 8 hits.
Got a staff behind them as well.
1-2. High fly balls it deep enough for Ellis. Otis makes the catch. Ellis just bluffs at third base as the throw comes in. Wasn't deep enough. Fairly shallow. Otis has a pretty. This should end the inning. Uppercut in the air to center. Inning over. But Ella McDowell makes the Gators pay. They've intentionally walked Bri Ellis twice.
Best players all around the country.
On the U.S. U18 women's national team did Harrison. Payoff. Erickson got underneath this one to shallow left center. Johnson really trying to utilize that glove to shade her eyes. She has. After a hot start in February, a big road trip in Arizona. Swings away, rolls this back up the middle. Nice diving stop by Rijos. Second effort, really no play, but a great job to keep that on the dirt. That'll be an infield hit. Here's Reagan Walsh, hit a grand slam her last time out to left center field. Swings away here, goes opposite field to right. Little inside out flare. Gators have 2 on, 1 out.
So doing what they can with the pitch that they're swinging at and getting it done.
Yeah, Halen jousts this out to left. Kramer barely had to move. Both runners retreat. Big second out for Harrison. Now a big spot for. She'll wait on a 1-2. Swung through. Went to the changeup. Oh, that was nasty from Cam Harrison. Williams goes down on strikes for the second time today. Payoff is looped on one hop to Holtorf. Spin and fire. Throws a strike to first. That was not easy. Riley Holtorf made it look easy.
Look it off, shake it off. Rub some dirt on it, or whatever they say these days.
Chase pitch, she went. Carter goes down on strikes. Tom Meyer, the emphatic punch out over at third. And there's 2 ways. Second strikeout from Oxley.
We talk about just the combo that she has with that screwball, that rise ball. Carter just breaks her wrist enough. Part of that 2023 team that made the run in the World Series.
Here strikes out, throw down to first in good measure for Jocelyn Erickson. Back-to-back Ks for Oxley, third of.
Those 3 walks weren't hers, by the way.
Top it over towards McDowell. Easy play on to first. Brings in Riley Holtorf. Helped spark that rally in the 9th yesterday. Swats at the first. Ava Carter comes in to make the catch. One pitch for out number 2.
Well, then get back on your horse and do it next time or contribute it in a different way.
Falby's on her horse, as is McDowell. Has to get it over there quickly to get the flashing speed of Kendra Falby. And the inning is over. 1, 2, and 3 go down the Gators. Oxley here for a 3rd time today, and that's not even factoring in the amount of times they saw her on Friday night. So a different look as Johnson lofts this out to left field for the first out.
I think your take is correct, Kyle. I mean,
now you also have a left on right matchup when Ellis comes up. That one misses well inside. Or what's the strategy here? Do you intentionally walk Ellis for a Gators didn't necessarily have to pitch to her in the 9th inning, and that was almost the difference until the Gators found a way to come back with 2 outs in the 9th inning. They're just not going to let her beat them in a rubber game. With 20
spits on it again and doesn't get the call.
2-1, a rocket into right center field. This should tie the game. Coming around third is Kramer. She'll score. Ellis stops at third. It's McDowell again makes the Gators pay with a ribby double. We're all even at 4.
Olivia Miller goes inside 2 pitches or outside 2 pitches in a row, comes back in. McDowell inside outs this pitch over the plate, takes it to right center field, and puts Arkansas on the board again to get this.
Who are those teams? Wyckoff, this could get a run in fairly deep as Falby has a decent arm, makes the catch. Ellis tags, the throw is late. Sack flies, the throw gets away. Down to third is McDowell, and the Hogs on top 5-4. You know it well.
And the difference between yesterday and today for the Razorbacks.
Rio unloads on a ball right center field to the wall. That'll extend the Arkansas lead as Rio, as the loudest of singles, brings in a run. It's now 6-4 Arkansas. First hit of the game for Italia Rio.
Rio just times this ball that's left over the middle of the plate a little bit too close for Ava Brown, but just drives it to right center field and extending the lead.
Testing the depth a little bit. Ramos back up the middle on the ground. Holtorf elects to go to first for the out. And the inning is over. But 3 runs in the inning. 2 giant swings. One from Ella McDowell.
Out the zone, but also could be maybe Shoemaker trying to find herself again.
Rockets this to center field. Johnson twists back in front of the warning track. Was on time, but right at the center fielder for the Hogs.
Trying to keep it away from these batters.
What does she go to here? 2-2 is a changeup. Lifted deep right field. There it goes. See ya! Chelsea goes yard, and the Gators get one back.
And that's all you need. One swing, this changeup elevated. Erickson just drives it as early to right field, and we talk about how she hasn't really been hot in the box, but is getting it done, hyping up the crowd, cutting that score in half. Now people are able to pick you up, and other people are able to get the job done, even if you can't.
Ball 4. Gators leader in walks takes another. That is, for Otis, the 35th time she's walked this year. That's an Erickson home run in this inning has made it a 1-run game. And Erickson, or rather Walsh, pops this up. And there's Rio to make the catch. And it's that thought process, if Heron is good to go, that you either win. Halen lofts this shallow left field, should end the inning. Kramer's over to make the catch. Quickly 0-2. This is Carly Ratcliffe. He pops this up into shallow center. It's Ratcliffe who flies out to center field. He threw it, did a great job. Davison smashes this to left field. Base hit. That'll turn over the lineup here for Reagan Johnson.
Takes the box and finds a way.
Johnson slaps this shallow left. Otis, who is already playing pretty shallow. 2 outs.
Program the past few years also, Florida hasn't had the same production on the mound or even offensively that they've had in previous years.
Kramer lines out to Otis. That ends the inning, so that keeps Bree Ellis. Multiple arms get warm in the Arkansas bullpen if there's any trouble in this inning or the next. As Williams rips a line drive, base hit center field. Tying run is on base on the first pitch that Williams sees. Sends a scorcher down a run. Comia lays it down. Stays fair, throw over to first, so Comia lays down the bunt, gets the job done. Williams, as the tying run, heads to second. Now it's the number 9 batter, Riley Holtorf.
That last out in Falby, especially with the game only having a 1-run differential.
Holtorf chases as Harrison gets the strikeout. Falby, left side, Rio, quick throw, in time, no! It was close. Courtney Deifel was right there and immediately says, I want to look this over. There, that was about as well played as you could play it by Rio at short. Blown up, the ball, see the ball's not in the pocket of the glove yet, and Falby just has the cleats on first base. The fact that
is upheld, runner is safe.
So the replay review goes to Birmingham. They have a few extra looks at it that we don't show. Shoemaker, high drive, left center field. Johnson back to the wall. She's got it. Oh, a game-saving catch. Going up high, taking away a 3-run home run in the 6th. What a grab from the center fielder. It remains a 1-run lead for the Hogs. David Brown.
And McDowell, by the way, with Ellis's 3 walks, now a hit by pitch. Ella McDowell's gone 2 doubles behind her.
So Ellis gets hit. They were really trying to test that.
Over, but doing a good job.
McDowell right back up the middle. Base hit. That's a 3-hit day for Ella McDowell. She's had at least 3 hits in every game this weekend. Ball 4, bases loaded now as Wyckoff walks on 5 pitches. Now it's Italia Rio, bases loaded, still nobody out. 4 home runs. Swings away, hot shot, past Holtorf. Wood comes in to score. Station to station for McDowell. Still nobody out in the inning. An RBI single for Italia Rio, and it's now 7-5 Razorbacks.
And Rio getting all this pitch. Holtorf doing as best as she could to try to lay out and get that ball, stop a run from scoring, but just not enough glove on it. Really hard hit by Rio. Chipping away.
Run game. Opposed to a 2-run Gator lead. 0-2 is popped up, shallow center, Falby in, that's gonna drop. Base hit, throw home is late. It just stayed up there. And Cam Harrison helps her own cause on the RBI single. It's now 8-5 Razorbacks.
Cam Harrison gets a little bit jammed on the inside corner. I think that ball is a little bit too close for Falby to not die for, especially in this situation. You've got to lay out.
6 struck out twice. 2-2, grounded to Holtorf, knocks it down. 1 play, that's the force to third. A run comes in as Wyckoff scores. And it's now 9-5 Arkansas. That's the first out of the inning. So 3 runs in. That'll be a fielder's choice and an RBI for Miller.
Miller just taking this ball to shortstop, but Riley Holtorf just playing hot potato with her glove, but a good eye to be able to see where the runner is and the ability to get that out at third base.
Williams comes in, throws to first, double play. Little jam job off the bat of Carly Davison. But Arkansas, they get 3 runs in the inning. They leave 2. Five-pitch walk. It's a start.
In the game.
Otis flies this out to right field. There's one away. She come through here on an 0-2, swings through on the changeup. Razorbacks. Ball 4, 5-pitch walk. The Gators need one more on to bring the tying run to the plate. Mia Williams.
In the high 60s.
2-1, line to third. Statement made for the Arkansas Razorbacks on the takedown of number 2. Arkansas wins this series, take the rubber game 9-5 final. How about that?
Both teams had great showings all weekend. A lot of different hits, a lot of home runs. It was a laser show, but Arkansas prevailed with the pitching, with the defense, but most importantly, with the offense. I mean, they really showed out and made their statement, beating the number 2 team in the country.
Big 3-run 7th inning. That's the difference. 3rd consecutive series win against Florida for the Arkansas Razorbacks. For Dennis Black, his entire SEC Network crew,